Okay, so we're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to send the drone up and explore this old abandoned marshalling yard, this train yard in Ossett. So I'll just double check UAV forecast, but as far as I'm aware, the wind looks good. It's been quite rainy the past couple of days, so I've not really been able to get out and fly. But yeah, as you can see there, everything's good. It's the best wind we've had in the past few days. I'm going to take off a little way over here just so that we're not hitting anything.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
So the drone seems to be responding, which is good. I was out flying the other day and had an error come up. Everybody else seems to have had it as well. It's some sort of motor speed error. People are saying it comes with the new firmware update. But it meant that I had to bring the drone in, change the rear left propellers. But so far, touch wood, we've not had any similar issues. So there you can see where the majority of the buildings were. Yes, I think what we'll do is we'll head down, see how far we can get on this battery, and head towards the buildings in that direction, which I think are the only buildings that's left still standing. Everything else was demolished. And maybe have a little explore of the carriages that are left down there. Cool. Off we go. There's a lot of places like this in Yorkshire which is abandoned and just left to rust, which is a bit of a shame really. I mean, this was opened in 1963, but started to struggle I think in the 70s and 80s due to road travel being a bit more prevalent. And the Yorkshire coal industry just started to suffer as well, I think, so it all had an effect. And then this eventually, I think, shut down in the 80s. And then I think between the 80s and now, it was used as a stabling yard, place to just store trains really. And then in 2010, or up to 2010, it was used for crew changes, so they'd sort of pull over and switch crews for freight trains. And then I think eventually it was properly closed in 2016 really. But I think after the crew changes, from what I read, they started using these carriages down here to stage emergency exercises. So let's actually head down and have a little explore of these. Let's head down a bit faster. So we've still got visual line of sight just over the fence. And I think I'll try and keep it that way so we don't lose the drone. Because I think a lot of people have been in here to get photographs and stuff, but it's not really the type of place that I'd like to try and climb into, if I'm honest. But yeah, so you can see there the different carriages that they had. I would imagine that they just stage fires and various other emergencies in order to practice. But again, it's just a shame that they're left to rust. So I just think that these trees at the minute are blocking a connection. Hopefully we'll pick everything back up again when we head round this other side. In the meantime, I'll just send the drone back up a little bit. I actually think this was one of the biggest marshalling yards in Europe, if I remember rightly. Which is quite impressive to say that it's only found in Ossett in Yorkshire. Cool, so we'll just head towards those buildings over there. As you can see as well, it's just next to a little industrial estate. Not quite sure what they make in there, but I imagine it's just car repairs and other random stuff. If I were adventurous enough, I would jump the fence and try and get in one of these buildings, but I think I'll just leave it to the drone for now. There are a couple of vans down there actually. Let's hope that there's nobody to get too annoyed with me flying this. Oh, I can hear a train coming. Well, if I'm right, we should see it on the drone coming over that track in the distance there. There we go. So yeah, you can just see there that that track actually joins in the distance where these tracks would have come out of the marshalling yard. But obviously these ones don't have any trains on them. Let's have a little look this way, see if I missed anything. Yes, you can see the trains and the full length of the marshalling yard. It is a shame that they demolished those other buildings because it would have given it a bit more visual interest, but That's quite a nice shot. So I think I might try and land this somewhere safe along here. Because the trees are growing over a little bit, which is going to make it difficult to keep a steady signal. And we're losing light as well, so it's probably a good time to bring it in. But yeah, so that's the marshalling yard in Ossett. Not the most interesting place for some people, but if you're into your trains and stuff, which I am not, as you probably guessed, I'm not a train expert by any means. Yes, I can just hear a little drone there. So we'll bring us back. Just see it through the trees actually. And try and land it over there somewhere on this corner. There he is. See if I can get a cool shot of the building before we bring it into land. Yeah, so that's the only building left standing. And down there's a little gate to get in, but yeah, as I say, I don't fancy climbing into there. Okay, so let's bring this into land.
Landing.
Cool. So that's Healey Mills marshalling yard. If you like that and you want to see more of that sort of stuff, then feel free to subscribe and leave a comment if you either know more about trains than I do or just want to see somewhere different in Yorkshire. Yeah. But until then, thanks for watching and stay safe.